thing on the ground 2 kilometers away, and someone fires a bullet, and it like hits it, 2 kilometers away, and the bullet is fired so that its speed is 200 meters per second. And the question is, what angle do I need to fire the gun so that I hit the thing on the ground? Okay, so I pretty much just need to like write what my equations are, right? So I know that x will equal 200 cos theta multiplied by time, like that, right? And in this case, I need to go 2,000 meters, right, to hit the thing on the ground. Okay, so that way I sort of have like a statement for time. So t would be like 10 divided by cos theta, right? Like that. Just simplifying it. Right. Okay. So I know that, like, I know the position, right? Because this coordinate is 2000. Right. So in other words, I can now use my y equation. So y equals v sine theta t minus half gt squared, right? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sub in t so I can find theta, right? Because right now I don't know what theta or t is. So I've got to create an equation where like I get rid of one, right? So if I put t here, I'll get rid of t, right? So 0 will equal, I know v is 200, yeah. So 200 sine theta times 10 divided by cos theta minus 4.9 times 10 over cos theta squared, right? Okay. And the nice thing about why we do this, like why we always want our time to be like something over cos theta, is because if we simplify the equation, you'll notice that, so when I multiply this out, this is going to be like tan theta, and then minus, that's 100, 490, and then that's sec squared theta, right? Because 1 over cos squared is sec squared. So when we write it like this, the nice thing is that because we know sec squared is tan squared plus 1, we actually end up with a quadratic. So 490 tan squared theta minus 2000 tan theta. And then plus 490 equals 0. And then you have like a quadratic in terms of tan theta, right? And that lets you find the angle. So we can divide by 10, 50. Yeah, we can divide by 50. No, not 50. Just dividing by 10. Yeah, okay. So 49 tan squared theta minus 200 tan theta plus 49 equals 0. I don't really see a good number that's gonna make.
You can use quadratic.
Yeah. So tan theta equals
100.
Yeah, quadratic formula. And yeah, you use the quadratic formula.
What? You get two answers with quadratic, right?
Yes, because you can shoot it directly up and it hits the ground, or you can like shoot it flat. Like, yeah. Right. You should have two angles.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how you would do this question. Right, so very straightforward. Like form 1, yeah, so form 1 quadratic equation, form 1 projectile. Finding t in terms of theta and turning y into quadratic based on tan theta. Okay, now let's find the.
Wait, George, why is there a 40 over cos theta? Or is that, oh wait, just kidding, it's a 10.
Yeah, it's a.
10. Yikes.
And I'll just leave that there for a bit.
Oh my god, I wrote 40 as well. What the? Oh no. Okay. Oh, the 2010 theta turned into a negative.
Oh, because you know how like this would be I kind of did a bunch of stuff in one go. So because you see how it's like minus 10 squared here.
Yeah.
I just sort of moved everything to the other side, so I would have like a positive 10 squared there, which means
Okay.
that this 2000 will become minus 2000. I mean, anything I skip working for is usually just algebra stuff. Like I'm not using like a hidden rule for like from here to here, right? I'm just moving stuff. Like I haven't actually done anything. Okay, when everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so next question says, all right, so I have a building. I have a building. Don't worry about how wide the building is. I'm just drawing a building for like um visual purposes. It doesn't actually like matter where on the building I'm shooting it from. Okay, so I'm shooting something from the top of the building like this horizontally, and it's going down, right? I'm shooting it 15 meters per second. So I've just yeeted something horizontally off the. Okay, this building is 30 meters high, by the way. Yep. At the same time, I shoot something from the bottom of the building at an angle of 60 degrees. Yep, 60 degrees. And this is also flying at oh no, this is going at 30 meters per second. Okay. So you have to basically the question is prove that these two things I shoot at the same time will hit in midair, and where does it hit in midair? So it says that they will, like, basically questions is like show that they'll hit.
So they will definitely hit.
They'll definitely hit. So there'll be like a XY where they're both the same, right? Now the nice thing about this is because we already have this essentially, we already have like the like equations for one of them already, right? So we're gonna assume that like T1 is the same for both, right? Like where they hit. So we'll call this one projectile 1 and projectile 2. So for projectile 2, x is a result of 30 cos 60 times T1, or cos 60 is half, so 15 T1. So every second, this one's going 15 across horizontally, which it has to, right? Because this one's also going 15 horizontally. So at any time, these two are both at the same spot horizontally. Right? Because for P1, yeah, x also equals just 15 T1, and then y equals 30 minus 4.9 T1 squared, right? Like this is the equations for this one.
For projectile 1.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for projectile 2, so 30 sine 60, which is 15 root 3, times T1 minus 4.9 T1 squared, right? So the nice thing is like, again, oh look, we have like this equation will equal that equation, right?
So 15 root 3 times T1 equals 30.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Okay. So T1 equals 30. 2 on root 3.
Yep. 2 on root 3 seconds. And then it just asks for what x and y is. You just sub in 2 on root 3, right? Into either one. Doesn't really matter which one. Yeah. And that's it.
Version.
Yeah.
2 on root 3 times 15. So that's just 30 on, so that x equals 30 on root 3. Y.
Is it necessary to denote all of it as T1, or can you just have T?
You don't even have to do T1. I'm just doing T1 so it's like easier to follow. Right? Like I'm just saying like for some specific time, T1, like they'll hit, yeah.
So y equals 352 on 50.
Yeah. I don't think the y number is even that bad.
It's just a fat fraction.
It's not that bad a fraction.
352 on 15.
Yeah, but the denominator. Oh, okay. All right. If you do it like that, yeah, okay. I kind of just like left 4.9 on top.
Oh.
I didn't write it as over 10 yet. Wait, which one am I? Yeah, okay. Yes. So you can. I'll put it in the Discord.
Wait. So did you just leave it as 30 root 3,
No,
352 and 15?
Well, like leave it as a decimal, I think, because like.
Is that better?
I mean, in this case, I think the decimal's better.
So 23.46.
Yeah, that's better. This is really funny because sorry, I'm just thinking back to Wednesday now and how my dad's sexist.
What?
My dad's sexist because basically Mahi would send the same answers as Bahim and like other people from Walker, and and my dad would tell her she was wrong.
And it's the same answer.
Yeah, it's the same answer. So basically, I had to like think about like what sexist reason my dad decided Mahi was wrong. I'm like, hey Mahi, if you try rationalizing the denominator, say he still says you're wrong, and so she doesn't, and he's like, good Mahi, you got it right this time. I'm just like.
What the heck?
And then Bahim sends me like what he sent my dad, and it's unrationalized at the bottom, and my dad's like, yes, you got it right, Bahim. I'm like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Maybe he just doesn't like you.
I told you, he hates me for no reason. I don't even do anything. And it's, oh, you should do 4 unit. I'm like, no.
Maybe he hates you because you don't want to do 4 units.
That's
True.
probably
I
it.
think that could literally be the reason. And I'm not going to be surprised.
Oh, let me. Oh, right, Jeannie, you sent. What's this? Okay. Gina, you're meant
Or are you meant to use the formulas for it?
no the thing is, Gina, your X and Y should be equations related to time, not actual answers. You're missing time
It was
in
the values based on.
But so if X was 30 on root 3, what would the actual answer be?
you'd simplify it. So it's
So 30 on root 3, we'll just put it as a decimal, whatever.
it would be 10 root 3
Yeah.
Okay.
when you rationalize. No,
Yeah.
like Gina, for all your answers, you have to slap a T on the end,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
Because like the equation X should be, you know, the speed multiplied by time, right? Like I want to know where X is, right? So I need
So
distance
10 root
equals.
3 T.
Oh no, this is something else.
Yeah, like this is for the homework from last week, right? For like the first,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, so for all your questions, you just haven't written it as an actual equation, right? Because X and Y aren't fixed, like they're like it's a curve, right? So you shouldn't just have
Yeah.
a single point. Yeah. So you need to have like T, so I can find them at any time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it would be 10 root 3 times T.
No. For your answer, you'll just write no. The question we just did, it's actually asking for a
So we
point.
just write X equals 10 root 3 and Y equals the decimal, which
Can
is
you just
23.
write it as the like X Y value?
Yeah, you just write the XY value for this question.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's just that answer. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Let me just
Yeah, because that worksheet you gave me has a lot of notation that we didn't use. It's got like dots and like double dots. I wasn't sure what they meant.
Dot and double dot is differentiation, double differentiation.
Oh. But I didn't differentiate like for any of it.
No, but here's the thing. We talked about we did talk about how to get the equations, right? Because we talked about the effect that like vertical acceleration was like gravity, right? Like basically something's always going downwards.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then when you integrate that, right, you know how you get like minus gt plus c if you're integrating with regards to time.
Mhm.
And then c is basically how fast you shot something at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Which is v sine theta minus gt. And then to get y, you integrate that again, and that gives you the equation that you're used to seeing.
So like when it asked me these questions, like I'm not sure when to use the formula and like when
Okay.
to do like what I did before using the values.
So that is y, right?
Mhm.
This is considered the same as y dash or v, or velocity, right?
Mhm.
And then in red, minus g is just going to be y double dash, or the acceleration.
Okay.
It's easier for x as well, because x just goes from 0 from x double dash to v cos theta for x dash to v cos theta t for x.
I'm going to do question 7. It looks doable.
Okay.
Okay. A stone. Okay, so x equals y.
It says embed equation for me. I can't see any of the equations.
What?
It says take acceleration due to gravity as 10 meters per second. It says embed equation DSMT4. Like some of them have just embed equation. So
Give me a second. I can fix that. If I do this, and I do.
I have to re-download it.
Nah, I just that there. There you go. You can see now on the Discord.
Okay. Is the embedded equation just a square?
No. I put the picture of the.
I know. But like on the thing, it's an embedded equation, but just the square bit.
Oh, okay.
Just 10 meters per second square.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try doing these. Kind of original.
That's true. Did anyone go out of their house during the weekend?
Yeah.
Was social distancing being violated?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's really hard to enforce total social distancing.
No, there were like so many people clustered in Castle Towers yesterday because of like Mother's Day shopping. I was just like, wow, like these people just barging into me. It's like, oh no.
Oh, your Mother's Day shopping as well?
Yeah. No, I was just getting food.
Oh. Poor soul. You were bombarded by friendly people.
Yeah, and I just like, I'm just like, it's almost like nothing's even changed. What quarantine? There's so many people out right now.
People aren't as scared anymore.
Oh yeah, have you like the comments, right? It's like, we basically screwed up our economy over 97 people dying. Great, let's fuck up the economy every time a few hundred people die from the flu.
I was going to project it at any time.
Wait, John, there's 2 answers for question number 7 as well, right?
We just did 7. 7's the one I just did. I did question.
Oh my god.
I did question 7 and 2. Do the other ones.
I literally just did that question.
I'm sorry,
I redid it.
Well, because 7 was was different. Like, because number 2, 3, and 6 and 8 all work the same way, where they give you 2 things and you just gotta find the last thing.
Oh my god, the answer is 10.
Like, so just do, you could do 3, 6, and 8, and they'll all be the same.
Okay, I'll do 3. I was so proud of myself. Okay.
Oh man, one of my favorite comments. If only the government put as much effort into this corona thing as they did the bushfires in December.
Facts.
Because it's not like Canberra's worried about bushfires while they're safely in Canberra. But oh wait, this disease kills old people. We're politicians. We're old. Damn, we better put lots of money into combating this spread.
I think more people just care about this more than the bushfires. Because bushfires couldn't really affect them, but now the coronavirus can actually kill them. They got really scared.
Yeah.
Pretty selfish, but it doesn't matter. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Find the angle, but how do you find the original point of projection?
Oh, the question 2 we did angle projection, right? Because if you know which question.
No, because I found the angle, which is 53 degrees, right, for 1A.
Yeah.
But how do you... Is that it? Or do you have to find the exact point of projection?
Wait. So, what do you mean?
1A. I got the angle.
Yeah. If you know the angle... If you know the angle...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the point of projection. Just let t equal 0.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So it's just 0.
Yeah, of course. It's saying where does it start from.
It just starts from 0, 0.
Yeah. Why is that?
Oh,
Okay, man. I did unnecessary work. Alright, man. The angle safety. Damn it.
Yes. So people are telling me people allowed in a household up to 5 as of next week. So yeah, next week will be in face-to-face.
Don't you also have people living in your house as well?
No. It literally just says up to 5 visitors at one time.
Oh, visitors. Okay.
Yeah. So
Up to
5
people.
Yeah, 5 people. Yeah, that don't live there. So I was like, all good. Okay, there's only 3 of you.
I'll
know
going to school next Monday.
Oh, you're going to school next Monday anyway, so even better, right? Like you have to travel anyway.
Not necessarily.
Oh. Don't you go back to school this Friday?
No, we went back to school today.
Oh.
We went back to school
We have
today.
exams next week.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not compulsory, I don't think. Anyone who says they have corona, who says they don't feel well, won't go and can't go.
Yeah.
Isn't it
So-
great that you don't even need like a medical
Yeah.
certificate anymore? You just need to say, I'm not feeling well. And they'll be like, oh, no, you must stay, you must stay. Like back in the days where like, you were sick and they're like, you got to bring a medical certificate to prove you were sick or else we're going to say you skipped school. It's like, what? But I was actually sick. I didn't go to a doctor because I wasn't feeling well. I was like, well, you need the medical certificate. It's like, are you kidding me?
No, that's just buffer week now. If you have to have a medical certificate for a buffer week.
Why we don't even have a buffer week?
Yeah, buffer week just got cancelled because any person who says, nah, I don't want to go, just doesn't go.
I just like that Marky got hospitalized because of quarantine, not because of corona.
Yeah. It was like weird. They thought I had corona, but then I didn't show symptoms. They were still really scared. Yeah, because they were like, have you been in contact with anyone who had corona? Have you gone overseas in the past 14? And they asked all these damn questions.
How would you know if you had contact with someone who had corona?
I was like, no, I don't think so. And they were just like, okay, thank you, have a seat. And I was like, cool. That was fun.
How do they test for it anyway? Do they do like a blood test or something?
Yeah, they basically test your blood for anti-corona antibodies because they know what like the disease and like the things that like the like they know what the blood of people who have it look like. So they just basically check if the same virus markers are there.
I came home from school today. I was watching the news, and ABC News. The headline was a lot of coronavirus. Like it came out as a negative, but they're false.
Yeah, 90% of
They did it wrong.
Yeah, 90% of results are false. Yeah.
Yeah, because they did it wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
That is unlucky. And they can't retest everyone. That's not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just simply not possible. Okay. Wait, for 1B, velocity 25 meters per second.
You just do Pythagoras theorem with the 20 and the 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 25. That's correct, yes.
Yeah. Wait, how do you find the coordinates of the highest point?
You differentiate y and find the turning point of the parabola.
Okay.
What?
But if you look at y, right, it's basically a parabola equation because it's like a quadratic. Because y equals something t squared.
So you just pretend t is x and g is just not.
Yeah. You could even use the what's it called, minus b over 2a method to find the axis of symmetry.
Minus
5t.
10t. That's it.
I think the first part of 4, but it's just like a.
So t should equal 1 for your max height.
Why would it equal 1?
Well, because it's oh yeah. Sorry, t equals 2. Never mind. What am I saying?
What? That makes even less sense now. Okay.
Well, because it's 20t minus 5t squared, right?
No, isn't it minus 10t if you differentiate it? Because g equals 10, right?
Yeah, but you're solving for 0 for that, right? So t equals 2.
What? How'd you get 10t? Isn't it t minus 10t? Wait, just kidding. What am I doing?
When you differentiate it, you get 20 minus 5, 20 minus 10t, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all equals 0.
Yeah, equals 0. So you can find the...
T equals 2, and then you put it back in.
Yeah, and that gives you the highest point, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 40 minus...
But you let t equal 0.
No, you let y dash equal 0.
5 times 4 equals 20.
This
So,
is on your test this year. Finding stationary points is on your yearly this year.
Yeah. Oh, I've been on this so long though. It's been like 8 weeks.
Imagine not having done something for a while to somebody who hasn't done it for even more of a while.
Yeah, but this is like embedded into your brain. It's like second nature to you now. It's like muscle memory, almost, before your brain. Okay, so the highest point is 20 meters.
Yeah, but it says coordinates of the highest point. Don't forget your x.
20, 30. I mean 30, 20.
Yes,
whatever.
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, let's do 3 now.
Oh, that's right. I also have some super hard.
Oh, we did 3.
Yeah, I said we did 3. I said we did 3 and 7.
Oh, did you do 2?
Oh yes, we did 2 and 7. We haven't done 3.
But it's the relating bomb from 1,000 meters.
Yeah, but the numbers are different. Also, it's flying horizontally. It's not flying at an angle of 5 degrees.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, there we go. There's the slight 5-degree difference. There we go. Okay. 630 kph. 1 km. 18.
George, since 4 is approved, can we just say it to you? Or like, since we just got it, can we just say we got it right? It's so much effort.
Sure, yeah, you can just say you got it right.
Bam! I don't know how to do the second part. But oh wait, okay, hold on.
So x equals 1,000.
Or you have to convert it.
For 3, do I assume gravity is 9.8, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I assume it was. Okay, wait.
Unlucky.
Wait, it's okay. I got back to working out. Change the numbers around a bit.
And then I'm gonna show you a harder one that people struggle with.
Please, no.
What?
It's hard already. It's pretty hard.
No, but like this is all the same basically at the moment.
Yeah. Still.
Okay, so I'll type up what the question is on the whiteboard. Okay. So what does it say?
Wait, 3. Well, I'm doing something wrong. For 3a, it's 1000 equals 630. No, 1 equals 630 sine 0 times t minus gt squared over 2, right? Then how does that work?
Sine 0 is 0.
Yeah, I know. So that'd be y equals 1 equals gt squared.
Include the height which the plane was at.
That's 1 kilometer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be y equals 1 equals minus gt squared over 2.
Not 1,000, because gravity is in meters per second.
Oh yeah, so it'd be 1000 equals minus gt squared over 2. But then...
No. Y equals 1000 minus gt squared on 2.
Wait. No.
Wait.
Wait.
The angle that is dropped that you don't, right? It's just dropped.
It's just dropped, yeah.
Probably 9.8. And you don't know t either.
You're finding t.
Yeah, you can't find t. Wait. If it's y equals v times sine theta times t, but that's just 0. Because sine theta equals 0, right?
Yes.
So that's just y equals minus gt squared on 2.
But it's not starting from 0. It's starting from 1000.
Wait, why does theta equal 0?
Because you're dropping it. You're not throwing it.
Yeah. Wait, so y equals gt squared on 2. Y is 1000.
No,
so isn't it just what? That doesn't make sense. Then that would make it 1000 equals negative 4.9.
Exactly. That's what I'm stuck on now. I don't know. Something's going on. I don't like it.
Okay.
Wait, Mahi, have you done this? She's still here?
There. That's why.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm doing it now. I thought you guys were ignoring me.
Where'd you put it?
On the Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, so y equals v sine theta minus,
Yeah, but
plus
then,
c. Why is it plus c?
because
You're integrating to get this in the first place.
so you don't know what it is.
Oh.
Right? When t equals 0, what's y?
1000.
Yeah, there's just nothing here if you started on the ground because you started on the ground. If you're not starting on the ground, then there's going to be a number here. Yeah.